Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, this is for Cancer placements. Holy Divine Spirit, what do you have for the sign of Cancer? What does Cancer need to know and be made aware of? The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the sign of Cancer placements at this time? Hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. Also, your donations and considerations of. It is appreciated. Thank you so much. So what do you have for the sign of Cancer? Help me, Holy Ghost. Okay, I heard terminal. Huh. So what's terminal, Spirit? What is the reference of terminal, please? I heard time consuming and patience warranted, patience needed. Huh. All right. Yikes. Ooh. Okay. So you guys, I was trying to, I just wanted to make sure what I was hearing was certified. When I heard terminal, I did hear Cancer. I didn't mention it because, the link between the actual sign and, it's spelled the same, sounds the same. But, I couldn't escape with the other things that came out afterwards that, that was pretty much confirmation. So let's see what's going on, y'all. I don't feel like hold on, you guys. Hold on. I'm hearing with sincerest, deepest apologies. So somebody wants to apologize because possibly them facing this or battling this illness. But if it's terminal, then that means that, it's the word destitute. I'm hearing destitute. But, it's pretty much kind of set in stone here with terminal. But this is somebody who is now, I'll just say, on their deathbed. We'll just say it. I mean, we all have to transition, right? But this is someone who knows that they caused you pain and affliction. And they are feeling very apologetic at this point, but I don't know if they've reached out to you to express this. That's probably where we are right now, that they have not done this, but it's been heavily on their mind to do so because of this prognosis. Thank you, Spirit, for that. All right, we got some cards that flipped out in the deck. I'll just pull those out. So I'm still getting things surrounding terminal and illness. All right, y'all. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So I feel like, collective, this is possibly you and that light being shown on you to where this person absolutely knows, who they are, who they tried to come up against. It didn't work because the Empress sits high on their throne. The Empress has to get to this point to where they know they are a creator. They bring life. But there was someone here, some energy here, as my hand starts to hover over this King of Swords with the Magician energy and the Nine of Swords. They're going through it because they know. They know what they did, and now they're suffering physically behind what it is that they did to try to stop you from getting to this point. They didn't want you to know your greatness. But you do. You're here. You've been here. You've been seated in this rightful position for a while now. But possibly they've come to the realization that, this person has officially taken their throne. They were the only one late to the show, because you've been there. So this means that they've just come to some sort of arrival of a conclusion of they're not going to be able to continue with their plans to try to take you over, is what I'm hearing. Now that terminal energy, because they are suffering greatly behind this and the actions toward you, now they want to come and apologize. They're really feeling the pull to do so. Because this is heavy for them. Whatever they've just, because, you know, it could have been like a two-part thing. Like they found out and confirmed that, yes, that was the empress that I was trying to do all of this magic on with the magician energy, trying to manipulate them. And now the confirmation also says, because of that, this is what you get. We're talking about divinity here. So, I mean, balance is necessary. And I'm not talking about, you know, we're talking about, let's go ahead and talk about the King of Swords. Okay, so that was the bottom of the deck energy, you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the King of Swords. This is the one that cannot be stopped and won't be stopped and will not stop, right? Don't you know that as the King of Swords? They're always in their head of how to get a one-up, how to stay the King of Swords. And then at the same time, they're known as a tyrant because, you know, it's like a big bark, but no bite sometimes. But that bark is, you know, them creating a disturbance to get you to say, you know, that dude is crazy. I'm not messing with them. And that's how they get to stay in that position. By flashing their big shiny sword, like, you sure you want to do this? That's the King of Swords referencing you and what it is that you're trying to come up against them with. But you're only like trying to protect yourself. You might have, you know, retaliated, but that's not the Empress energy. The Empress doesn't come down off of the throne to retaliate with nobody. This person constantly challenged you, though. Magician energy. With that big mighty sword, just wanting to remain on top. I'm hearing loser. So this is confirmation that, you know, they've lost their battle. And, you know, losing of a battle, that's a reference to this terminal illness. Terminal cancer is what I heard specifically. But here they are now realizing that they're going to have to apologize to you because they've been served their sentence. And I'm hearing that the apology is the best possible route for them. So maybe that apology will be freeing for them in some way. Of course, it'll be freeing, like, you know, on the, we'll say the spiritual side, to where they have come to a reckoning to know that what they did was wrong. They needed confirmation. They got it. They got it two ways. One, seeing you be the empress. And then two, with this prognosis, I'll say prognosis. So if they did apologize to you, they're feeling like, you know, that's the least they could do. But that just tells me how much dirt they were really doing behind the scenes. Wow. The least they can do is apologize after all of this magic. And that Nine of Swords energy, they can't even, this person can't even function. They can't believe. I mean, but they're being forced to believe, but they still can't believe it, but they gotta believe it, you know? Like, this is really doing a number on this King of Swords right now. That you are who you have shown them that you were the whole time, but they didn't get it. They didn't understand who they were messing with. They didn't know. Now they know. So let's see what's behind the King of Swords, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this clown out of here. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. So yeah, this is their new beginning. Their new beginning, and understand they need to have several seats. Several seats. Like, I'm just seeing like an energy of where it's like a step or height or reign or tier. Like, the Empress is here and the King of Swords is like, okay, so, oh, this is my seat. You're like looking at them like, oh, okay, so I need to keep going down. So this is my seat. And you're still like shaking my head, eyes rolling up, and they're continuing on down till they get to their rightful seat. That's how they're feeling right now. They're nowhere near you in hierarchy when it comes to divinity. Nowhere near you. Could never match your fly. So that's that Ace of Swords reverse, you guys. They got to start like all the way over. They got to give up that mighty sword. And you know, all that sword was their mouthpiece. That's it. That's how they intimidated a lot of people. This is somebody who runs off at the mouth. They put on a whole show, you know, to where everybody's like, this person's got some issues, you know, and they're like, let me mind my business. These are other people. Or either other people trying to help this person correct their wrongs, but it's like, then they start to look like the fool. Because this person just is not getting it. They don't like to be reprimanded. They don't listen to advice, you know. They want it to go their way, but their way is totally wrong. But they can't see that. Anyway, behind the Ace of Swords reversed, we have, look at all the swords, y'all. Oh, they going through it. Ooh, they going through it. And it's the Eight of Swords in the upright at that. They are trapped by these thoughts, y'all. They are trapped to the fact that they wasted pretty much their entire existence messing with you. Period. They can't believe. They can't believe that they allowed themselves to be set up like this. Because that's really how it's translating to them. They feel like they've been set up. And this could indicate them going to jail. This could be just that. I mean, obviously spiritual jail, but physical jail as well. Y'all, yesterday I was sitting here with my Kipper deck. Like I just kept like I'll come to the table, I'll shuffle a little bit, read the cards, walk away, come back, shuffle again. You guys, consistently, I'm telling you, 9 out of the 10 times the imprisonment card came out and, you know, the Kipper deck. Somebody is going to jail. This is post-judgment energy. We've gone through the judgment energy. Now they're all lined up. They've received their sentence. Now they just got to go do their time. Period. All right, y'all. Behind the Eight of Swords, we have the Page of Cups. There's the apology. There it is right there. But it's very insignificant. Remember the tier I told you about, how the Empress here and then the King of Swords is trying to find their seat, but they keep going down further away from the Empress. Now they have like a megaphone like, is this my seat? They're holding it. And Empress, you like are putting your iPods in, your AirPod Pros or whatever. You're like not even like, you're somewhere else. You're in like a Zen-like state quality by yourself. And this person's down here with the megaphone, still putting on, but you can't hear them. Their cries are not being heard, especially by you, Empress. You don't give a F. But this person is still trying to like give you something that's going to be of some significance, but it's not. And even if they are physically going to jail, I feel like this would be letters. You receiving like a letter of apology, or I was wrong, or, you know, I'm sitting here, you know, in this jail cell thinking about you. All I can do is just think about you. That's what I'm getting, y'all. It's just going to be all about you now. You. But it's on paper. They're away doing time. Whatever. They can't physically get to you, period. Even if they weren't in jail, they can't get to you. All right, y'all, I'm done with that energy. Okay, we have some cards here on the side. Let's go ahead and run through these. We have the Seven of Swords. Oh, for the cards being on the side, it's to be determined for me as the reader, but we'll fill out the energy regardless. So Seven of Swords is like, you get it how you live it. Swords, y'all, swords. See them? King of Swords. Do you see these swords? Do you understand? This is what they have to deal with now. But still right here at the end, they're trying to blame somebody else. It's like them trying to blame themselves, but not really, right? It's a thing to, excuse me, they may still be struggling with accountability, even though all the signs and fingers are pointing back at them. Family members, ex-coworkers, ex-lovers, landlords. I mean, the person at the grocery store that they spit on. I mean, everybody's pointing at them. Like that just tells me that they offended a hell of a lot of people with their actions, with their thoughts of plans of how to stay on top. But I told you that sword is a mouthpiece. So it's just somebody who just runs off at the mouth. Like they can't, like once they get going, you can't shut them up. So they're being all kinds of disrespectful. They're using things against you that you possibly told them in, just want, to share, or, thinking that they really cared when they didn't. You were talking to a King of Swords. They use that against you now. Whatever you were coming to them in a time of need, expressing yourself. Yeah, they totally turned that table on you, didn't they? Yeah. But that's that better than attitude that they carry around too. But this is ego all day long. This is narc energy all day long. Behind the Seven of Swords, we have the Hermit card. So someone's gone into hiding. Someone gained an introspect here with the Hermit. Now, when the Hermit is in the upright, it's definitely going within. When it's in the reverse, it's like somebody needs to come out of that because it's becoming not healthy now. So when I said that this person, obviously because I'm picking up two sides. So, this could be somebody who struggles with a personality disorder. Definitely if it's narc energy, because they want to be who they want to be, in order to see how they're going to get a come up that day. That's who they're going to be. But the Hermit is like you need to come out of that. So this Seven of Swords, this is what it's telling me. They knew a long time ago what they were doing was wrong and they were going to have to face this judgment one day. But it's almost as if they're like, I didn't do it. They did it. But they're still talking about themselves. So you got two energies in the same person. Oh. All right. So I heard Gemini. So Cancer, I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini, but that would definitely be King of Swords energy. So that would explain the twin energy that I was picking up now. Like it's two people or two energies in one person, and one's blaming the other for the other deeds, the wrongdoings. So it's like you have a saint and a sinner in one person. So y'all, they stayed in that energy too long, just of them just not having a grip on who they were, like all, those the personality disorder that I brought up, which now I feel is the twin energy that I was picking up on within themselves. That's complicated. That's really complicated because, if it is technically or clinically a personality disorder, then it's almost as if this person cannot be blamed for their wrongdoings. They need to learn how to be accountable because they had no idea of accountability. They just threw the rocks, hid their hands, and ran off. And then returned to the scene to do it multiple times. But that's how they were allowed to stay consistent in this King of Swords energy. Because people would see them, throw their little tirade tantrum, crazy with the mouth, disrespectful, but then they're like something's wrong with them, but then they'd go the other way because they didn't want that drama, that smoke, whatever that was. They didn't want it. So it's almost as if people ignored this and allowed this to fester in this person. I'm talking about their own family members even. People in the neighborhood, people who grew up around them, friends, co-workers. I mentioned you, collective. But you were like, I know exactly what this is. So, yeah, Empress, you're like, yeah, your seat. No, keep going. No, keep going down. Keep going. Like way away from you, Empress. They can't match you on the level of divinity that you have arrived at. But this person is battling a personality disorder. And that's part of it, is that they don't realize that. That's why they're, that the two personalities, one's blaming the other, but they're both called Tom. They both show up as Tom, But one Tom A, is blaming Tom B. Ooh, my gracious. All right. Behind the Hermit, we have the Ace of Wands. So, you know, Ace of Wands just speaks of new beginnings, opportunities, wands being action oriented. So a job, work, this person, okay, wait a minute, y'all, wait a minute. I need a little more clarification on this. Hold on. Spirit, tell me more about this Ace of Wands, please. Okay, so I heard permanent. Permanent? Ooh. So whatever this is, ooh, okay. All right. So this is a permanent judgment to where when it comes to opportunities or new beginnings in regards to their work, whatever they chose for work, whatever's been set in stone for them is now permanent. So if this person is having a hard time finding occupation, I don't know why I'm hearing occupation in particular. So occupation meaning if this was their trade, whatever it was that they did, you know, we're talking about work, action. Whatever decision that has been made in regards to that is permanent. Okay, so I mean, yeah, if this person's getting locked up, then that's going to be like a permanent strike against them, because I did reference the gel energy. But this is something that's going to follow them. Whatever this is, it's being determined here, or that's permanent, is following them. So it's going to sabotage future dealings in that regard because of that. So that will always be a monkey on their back. But I'm hearing a disruptance, like they made a disruptance of some sort that is following them. So when it comes to, okay, so we're talking about occupation, right? So when it comes to them applying for a position, or, you know, if they have to go to a bank to try to get a loan, there's something that's always going to be riding them to somebody's going to see that and say, thank you for applying, but no thanks. That's that Seven of Swords. You get it how you live it, right? Do dirt, you get dirt. All right. Behind the Ace of Wands, we have the Sun card. Spirit, tell me about the Sun card. Oh. I don't see any pentacles out here. But that gave me pentacle energy. But I'm trying to equate, well, let me just give it a moment. Hold on, y'all. Spirit, what is the Sun card? I heard exacerbated, but I don't ever use that word. Don't ask me how to spell it either. Exacerbated. Does that mean like exhausted, like depleted? Like, I feel like that's what that means. Like you can't use it anymore. I just got something about a bank account, y'all. Like an actual bank account. So possibly them being shut off, whatever's riding them here, whatever they experienced here. You know, that's always going to show up, because I did mention a loan or something like that. If they went to apply for that, there's something that's going to be on that that check, whatever they do, a reference check or whatever, that's going to say no. But I feel like they've been cut off or something. Exacerbated means no more, is what I'm feeling here, y'all. With this Sun card energy. But the Sun is about hopefulness, right? It's on the side though. So it's like hopefulness for who? Is it the King of Swords always remaining hopeful for this Sun energy? Or is it because of what they're going through that it gives hope to others? Others are now hopeful again. Because this is a tyrant. When they come around, there's dark clouds. When they leave, the sun comes back out. So the fact that this, whatever's following them by this denial energy, like they can never get this monkey off their back, is what's going to make them keep it moving along, go somewhere else with that. So I'm hearing hybrid. Oh man, I don't know where this is going, y'all, but let's keep going. Behind the sun, let me make sure I'm still recording, y'all. Okay, yes. Behind the sun card. Let's see. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. There's our first pentacle, y'all, but look, it's the page. Wow. That's the only pentacle out here. The first one out. I don't know if there's more yet. But it's the page, y'all. Look how scraggly, and this person's like, please, this is all I have. Please take. That's tying into something I was picking up here, but I'm starting to get flooded now. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to land this plane. Spirit, tell me more about this Page of Pentacles, please. All right, so I heard perhaps, and then I heard developments, and then I heard recent developments. So this person's penny pitching. I just heard penny pitching. They don't have anything. And what they do have, they know that's it. They know that there's not a prospect of more coming in. So if their account is locked up or whatever that was I was picking up with that sun card energy, then that's what it is. If there's something following them like a monkey on their back to where people are saying we can't hire you or we can't do business with you, it's there. It's permanent. That's what I heard. All right, y'all, behind the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. Y'all, this person's going to be struggling to survive here. Period. Struggling to survive here. Seven of Wands is, you know, this feels like eat or be eaten. I don't know why that came out like that, because I was trying to, there was some emotions and then the word was coming out. So they both came out at the same time, whatever that was just now. So this could be somebody like a gut punch even. So this person possibly is in fear of their life right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let me take it back to where we started, y'all, with the terminal illness. A terminal cancer is what I heard. And then the fact you got all of this denial energy, you got to keep it moving. No, get away from me with the Empress, like your seat's down there. Ooh, man. And the header with the Seven of Swords. This is why you got to be so careful. You got to be careful. You got to be willing to die for this stuff. Y'all practice magic out there. You got to be willing to die for it. Especially when you practicing on the right one. And I said practicing because y'all don't know what you're doing to begin with. First of all, you didn't do your research. That's first of all. Second of all, nobody couldn't tell you nothing, King of Swords. Cancer, this isn't you. It might be, but I don't think it is. Nobody could tell you anything, King of Swords. But you were struggling. You are struggling. The struggling part could be also a manifestation for yourself with playing with this magic. You created another you inside of you. That's why you don't feel like you've done anything wrong, because they're the ones doing it, but it's still you. But now you're lost and confused, right? And I need to be clear. I'm not poking the bear when it comes to or making fun of somebody who's definitely battling a mental illness. This is somebody who chose, let me say that, this was their choice to start messing with magic and messing with somebody who wasn't messing with them. Now, does that fall under poor me? I'm the one with the mental disorder. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Let's ask the Empress. Collective, do you feel that way? I mean, God takes care of his own, and you are definitely being taken care of, and so are they, in whatever way they need to be taken care of right now. Called consequences. All right, behind the Seven of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So y'all, this is, I heard desperate with this Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles for me would mean focus or lack of, depending on what position it's in, upright or reverse. It's on the side, but following this energy, y'all, it's like this person is, I'm hearing begging for bread. So this could be like shop merchants. You know, if we look at it this way, somebody who's working hard on their business, growing it, it looks good from the outside, you know, in somebody's perception of, yeah, they're doing well, they're doing good for themselves. And here comes this King of Swords. How can they get a piece of that? Or can I borrow, you know, whatever this is, you know? But I feel like this is how they feel now, because it's not working out for them in their own means, whatever they used to use as scare tactics to stay on this King of Swords hierarchy energy. All of that's crumbling down. Oh, this is a work program. This is a work program, y'all. Because I was leading over into the physical jail energy to where they've put themselves in. But now it's like, you got to pay this debt off. Isn't that jail? Isn't that a sentence? You got to pay this debt off. Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Okay, so behind the Eight of Pentacles, Judgment. Are you surprised? No, I'm not. It's like, why didn't it show up sooner? Oh, we just had to wait for the right time to get them, you know? And it's like, I'm hearing, you don't know everything they did to this Empress. You have no idea the ins and the outs of what they did to try to ruin this person. And the Empress is not alone, but Cancer, I feel like this is you. But I'm sure there are a host of others that they ruined. Or tried to. Well, with you, we could say tried to. I don't know how the other ones fared, but they tried. They made major attempts at that. Like major, I'm hearing. And just so you know, I'm not hearing specific things that they did, but I just know the grandiose energy response of that major, I'm expressing to you now. I'm hearing this person's a clown. They're a fool. You know what the Bible says about a fool? That's like the Bible. That's like scripture. When they call you a fool or reference a fool, the Bible's basically cursing you out. That's like the worst thing you can be in the Bible is a fool. All right, behind Judgment, we have the Moon card. Look at this. Look at that. Two major arcanas back to back at that. All right, so that Moon is just leading me back over to this Magician. Yeah, I mean, hello, the Magician is the star of the show here. This is why this is happening. This is why it's happening to them and for you, Empress. Cancer. This is why. All right, y'all. I hope this helps.